Laura,
Yeah.
ask me what my favorite number is.
What's your favorite number?
100.
Why is that?
Because upcoming soon, the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast is going to be launching our 100th episode, which is basically like 2 years, but just sounds better than saying like 104.
Oh my gosh. Are you
So,
kidding me?
Yes, we are very excited to be launching the 100th episode. I can't believe that we've been doing it this long. And what we want is for our listeners to write in, call in 702-900-6446 or email the podcast at twndpodcast@gmail.com. We want to hear about your favorite guests, your favorite episodes, certain clips that you may like, because we are going to feature all of that and more on the 100th episode.
Yeah, there's so many good clips. There's so many good episodes, so many guests that we loved having.
For sure.
We gotta
over
do
2 years of content at this point. Like, how are we even going to scrub through all that? There's been so many amazing guests and conversations.
Well, we have some homework to do.
We definitely have some homework to do. And so because we don't like doing homework, we're giving you guys some homework too.
You all
So
do.
guys, gals, anybody who listens, please write in. Let us know what you love about the podcast. Even just share voicemails about what you love about the podcast. Or if you have questions for us, stuff that you want us to say for the 100th episode, we would love to hear from you. So once again, 702-900-6446 for voicemails, and email twndpodcast@gmail.com for all your other submissions. We look forward to celebrating our 100th episode, and we are so very happy that you all come every week.
Yes,
you know,
thank you so much.
Just keep coming. Keep coming. My neighbor that I had never met before, like, runs up the driveway out of nowhere, just looking like a fucking superhero. He is ripped as shit. I was like, who the is this person? I you not. And he comes up to the gate. He's like, I'm a volunteer firefighter. I'm Molly Stewart.
And I'm Laura.
And this is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. We're best friends, and Laura shoots pretty much all of my adult content.
Yep. I've seen everything.
Everything. I'm still trying to see everything of her, but that's part of the journey that you can experience here on the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. Laura, what do we talk about here?
Anything and everything.
What is my job, Laura?
To be beautiful and lovely and funny.
Oh my God, you're so sweet, but that's not true at all. So Laura is here to bring me a little bit out of the dirty headspace and into a more wholesome one. But I can't say that all of our conversations aren't dirty, so they might be a little bit of a false advertising. But whether you're returning or new to the show, welcome, and we're so very happy to have you here. So, Laura, why don't you tell them what they can do if they're watching on YouTube?
If you're on YouTube, we'd love if you leave a comment, share with a friend, subscribe.
Do all the things, and wherever you're listening, definitely subscribe and share with a friend if you like what we have to talk about. So, let's go get not dirty.
Let's get in it. Bow wow. I'm back. Let's
Laura?
see your hair.
Oh, thanks.
Before we begin. Oh, are you okay? I'm so sorry. Did I just kill you?
I love that. I'm so wet right now.
Oh God. Want me to do it again?
Yeah, let's try.
And that's how you start the show.
Well, to be fair, I the thing is, I do deserve it because I do.
I'm sorry.
We had that talk, before rolling, and why you weren't here for the last episode.
Well, between us, one-on-one,
yeah,
I'm pretending no one's here.
I want you to be
honest.
honest.
It's been a bit much. It's been a bit much. Like you've been a bit much. Like over the top, over the
What's
board.
on my pants?
Probably drool. Remember when I smacked
It's just
you?
because you make me so horny.
The sexual harassment's been over the top. Yeah.
I mean,
Your comments.
I'm just leaving you what some guys have commented on my Instagram.
I
I just want to hype you up and make you feel sexy, like you are.
It's not working.
Does it make you feel bad?
No, it makes me feel. Yeah, I'm like,
why are you just waiting until now to really talk about it openly?
I couldn't, I was holding it in, and then I exploded, and then I had to take a break.
You exploded.
Stop.
Okay, so All right, I understand that maybe it's been a bit much, but like when you're as
I love
close
you.
as we are,
I love you. But just tone it down.
intimately.
Stop it. See what I'm saying, everyone? It doesn't stop.
Well,
And then I had to take a break, a week off, and
I understand.
and really think about it deep down. And I had some epiphanies, and I'm back. I'm ready to just let you know my real feelings.
I'm glad that you're back because I haven't come the entire time you've been gone. But to welcome you back, this is my peace offering. I made my famous banana bread.
I will take
It's warm and toasted.
I could tell.
And it's covered in butter. And I want to tell you that I'm sorry for harassing you.
Well, that's a nice peace offering.
I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. But I know that you love honey.
I do. And that banana bread looks amazing. OMG.
Why are my hands so wet?
Why you're all here? Give it to me.
No. I can do it myself.
Oh, that's such a cute little jar of
Isn't
honey.
it? Dick. Inson's honey.
Even her honey is sexually harassing me. Somebody send help. Just pour it. We good?
Oh, yeah. You want me to drizzle it?
Drizzle that. No. I'm just gonna look.
Do you still want to eat it?
Yes, I really do. It's the best banana bread ever. You made it.
Do you want to know the secret to Dickinson's honey?
Bees.
That's one of the things.
All the bees.
Just take a bite and I'll let you know the secret recipe.
Am I gonna choke?
Now, the secret to banana bread is making it very moist. Slathering it in butter after it's toasted or fresh out of the oven warm. And the honey that's mixed with my cum is just icing on the cake. So
You're never gonna stop.
I'm never going to stop.
All right, I come to terms. I love you.
But I thought that maybe I could make it less, right? Because I don't want to go over the top. But we're here to make everyone laugh and to entertain them, right? So I thought that what we could do is maybe go back in time to a simpler time when people didn't understand things the way that we understand them today, the 80s. I have a video on sexual harassment for us to view.
Thank goodness. I mean, you're getting the picture. You're getting it.
I'm going to test this. I hope that we can hear through and I've set it up correctly. I'm going to do my best because I want to educate myself, really, and I want you to know that I'm
It's from the 80s.
that I'm putting in the effort to make you feel comfortable in the workplace.
You hear about sexual harassment on TV, and it makes the headlines in newspapers. As an employee, what do you need to know about it?
What do we need to know?
First, sexual harassment is against the law. And it's against your company's policy. So what is sexual harassment?
I don't know.
Linda, you are doing a fine job here.
Oh, well, thank you, Steve.
But you might try dressing a little sexier at work.
I'm sorry?
I mean, we're talking about your job.
Why do you think Laura started wearing mini skirts?
She told me to.
Looks
There may
good.
be physical harassment.
Wow. You're really tense today.
Really
man.
gets the views up, you know?
Sorry. You look really tense.
No, I
That's
really don't
me.
like it when you do that. Can you please stop?
Will you please
I'll
stop?
never stop, Nancy.
I'll never stop.
Look at her cry.
In some instances, the harassment may be verbal.
Word around the office is you've got a fat cock.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I'm going to turn this up. I just want everyone to listen to this again.
Ooh, I love the actors in this.
So good. Just make sure that you're really, really listening. Okay?
I should chew
Now
away from the
remember,
microphone.
sexual harassment can be verbal. Just remember that going in.
In some instances, the harassment may be verbal.
Word around the office is you've got a fat cock.
Yes, I do.
I've got a fat cock too. Maybe we should rub our fat cocks together sometime. Maybe a little oil. Two fat cocks together. Oil.
It might be visual harassment, such as derogatory post.
Did people watch this in the workplace?
I don't know. I wasn't alive. So,
Oh my god.
I do hope that you're watching the video episode on Spotify. Because the reactions, I think, are worth it.
Blew my headphones off.
It blew Laura's headphones right off. Can you imagine an instance?
No.
You're in an office job. You're just sending a fax. Fucking Greg from accounting comes up. Hey, here you got a fat cock. And now listen, you're like, now I do have a fat cock, but how do they know? Right? So
And
he's thinking, yes, I do. He's taken aback. Right?
Yeah.
But then Greg from accounting also announces that he, in fact, does also have a fat cock. That's already pretty outlandish for an office situation, if I'm honest. But to take it further and ask to sword fight over a fax machine,
With oil.
the 80s were a wild time. I don't know.
That's he painted the picture and it's like
It's beautiful. All right, continuing on. We need to learn. Learn with us. Learn. Remember, it's illegal.
Posters, cartoons, or drawings.
Sexual harassment.
is that a big dildo?
There might be drawings or objects they pull out of this meeting. Like, they are zoomed in to a spreadsheet right now, like an 80s spreadsheet, mind you. It's on paper, for Christ's sake. And this woman has the saddest look on her face, and they zoom out. And there's just a giant dildo stuck to the office table, wiggling back and forth.
She looks so disturbed.
What office is this?
Some really low budget one. I mean, that's just
When would this ever be a thing?
in the workplace today.
Listen, I had a period in time where I did work in an office, and I can confidently say that no one ever asked to see my cock or told me that they had a fat one. And there's never a dildo just like out on a meeting table ever. I was clearly working in the wrong field because I found my calling here. See, I would have been fine in an office if it was like,
You would have been running the place.
I would have been running the place. It'd be my dildo.
Is not always about sex. It may be the result of a power struggle between a manager and a subordinate.
Man, I could go for a power fuck right now.
Just like this.
Oh my God.
A power fuck. You could go for a power fuck.
Oh, I could go for a power fuck right now. You down, Laura? Let's just turn off the cameras real quick.
It'll really get us to concentrate real well.
Oh, fuck. I'll just pull out my fuck machine from the closet and you just go
Really quick. Real quick.
power fuck. It's just like, you know that thing that doesn't, just fuck. Oh my God.
Keep going.
Change is slow.
Look,
And
wait.
what was acceptable in
Wait.
Was she into it?
I think she was into it, right? That's the vibe.
What
I
was the
just
lip
got.
bite for?
What was that for? It was
That
like,
little-
Okay. They like zoom into her face. First, she's like, oh.
At
But
first,
then
she looked like 80 years old. And then she got younger and they zoomed in.
I think that's just the camera quality of the 80s.
Or was it like their stunt person? Like,
Well, it was a stunt person, and they bring in like a porn actress to be like, oh, maybe.
I thought so.
maybe I could go for a power fuck daddy. Was daddy a thing in the 80s?
no. I don't know. Actually, I was born in '86, so I was like a couple years old in the '80s.
So you're not down with the terminology of sex from the 80s.
Heard people talk about power fucking when I was like a toddler.
I still don't think it's 2023, and I don't know if I've ever. I mean, maybe I have, but nothing stands out to me that anyone was like, I could use a power fuck right now.
Never heard that.
I don't think I've never heard it. Oh. Anyway, Jesus Christ.
And common behavior years ago can now be sexual harassment.
It smells like vagina in here.
This is the best video I've ever seen.
What?
She's so smiley. Why is she so happy when she says it? It smells like vagina in here.
So they were like, it sounds like they're alluding to the fact that she's a lesbian. Like, this is a new thing. And then this woman is like, doesn't it smell like pussy in here? I'm super happy about that because I'm a lesbian. Might as well be like.
I'd put this in a candle to make it a scent. She's my pussy candle.
Oh, Jesus God. Like the, that one candle that you were talking about that smelled like, oh no, that one just smelled like weed. Why did I think
Cannabis,
it smelled like pussy?
I don't know, because you want to sexually harass me.
I think of you and I just think vagina smell.
Pussy. Laura.
Excuse me? It smells like fresh vagina in here.
At least she made it fresh. That's freaky fresh.
It's so smiley.
This pussy is freaky.
It smells like fresh vagina.
She like keeps smiling. She's like, they're like, listen, this is what lesbians are into. Not just vagina smells, but fresh vagina smells. This is how they think lesbians flirt in the 80s.
It's so clean.
I smell pussy. It's fresh. You want to fuck?
Want a power fuck?
Want a power fuck? Oh, Jesus God.
Are you talking about my vagina?
Maybe.
Maybe I'm talking about mine. I want to let you know how clean my vagina is. Her face. Oh my God.
I want to know what the casting was like for this. Like
I
the
I love
casting
it.
call.
Maybe like an 80s porn set.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it feels.
Everyone wants to be treated fairly and with respect. Treat your coworkers with the courtesy and respect that you want for yourself.
But I want you to sexually harass me. So I'm just giving what I want to get. And
I
you're
can
not.
tell.
Okay, well, I'm just going by the rules of the 80s. I don't know what to tell you. It smells like fresh pussy in here. Like.
It's your company's policy, and it's the law.
Everyone looks
creepy,
like they are being held at gunpoint, or like they're from that movie Smile.
Yes.
Sexual harassment is illegal. That is what they look like.
Like they're really holding it back. They're really holding it
They're
back.
like, this photo right here says, "We are so horny. No one has touched us in 5 years."
I think we need to frame that photo.
I like it. We should put it on the wall
just
amidst
take a
like.
photo.
Have you noticed how many Polaroids have been added to the wall? Because I found stacks.
Whoa!
Like, look, it's going back
Damn!
this way now. Nope.
I love it. It's so cool.
See, now that the little fairy lights have died, I'm kind of wondering if I should end up taking down the curtains eventually and just doing all Polaroids.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I can go through. Like, the lights aren't even that old.
We're evolving.
They shouldn't be dead already.
We're gonna just keep getting more photos too. So
Yeah.
good idea. Oh.
So many cute ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Memories. Memories.
So, oh fuck, there's still more to the video. All right. Oh, that's just it. There's 5 minutes of
Wow,
credits
we gotta
at the
look
end.
these people up.
Yeah, we gotta hit them up later. So,
Shout out.
so speaking of sexual harassment, which I'm totally not going to do anymore.
Thank you.
Thank
you for that.
I hear that you have stories to share
Well,
about being sexually harassed quite a bit recently, and not by me, which I have to say I feel a
just
little disappointed.
Coming from every area.
Because you're looking snatched and you're like hustling around these mini skirts and shit, girl.
It's 100 degrees
It's because of how you look.
I'm asking for it. Yeah, like, I mean, for real though, like, real talk, it's always on Ubers and Lyfts now. Which is like, what's the deal with that, everyone?
Did
like,
we talk about me calling you?
Yes.
Have we did talk about that?
No, we didn't talk
Oh, I
about
don't
it
think
actually.
so.
Yeah, that was like last week. But like, yeah, I'm on my way, to the strip. I took a Uber.
Not to strip, to the strip. She's very wholesome.
I am very wholesome. Anyways, and I freaking get into the Uber and like the guy's like talking to me in Spanish, which I mean is not a big deal. I understand Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, he was saying, "Do you want to sit up front?" Sorry, I'm gonna
Bless you.
excuse me. Pardon me.
Get the demons out. God
Better
bless.
out than in. So yeah, he kept telling me to sit up front, and I was like, "Nah, dude, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good back here."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Okay." And then like we'd go like a few more blocks, which for some reason we're taking the streets the whole way. That's not shady enough,
That's real sus.
right?
Nope.
We're not taking the freeway. We're going about 20 miles
You didn't
away.
even tell me that. Shit. What did I text you? I was like, I'll kill him.
I said, "This guy's getting real creepy," and instantly you said, "I will kill him." And then my phone starts ringing. I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, I called her because she's like texting me like, this guy keeps asking me to sit in front. He's being really weird, and she keeps texting me about it. Right? If it's one instance where you're like, oh, he's being weird, it's like, okay, if I don't hear about it again, I'm gonna assume that he's calmed the fuck down. He clearly did not calm the fuck down.
No, he literally stopped like 3 more times. Like it was like he was about to pull over. And he was like, "Do you want to come up front?" And I was like, "No." So I reported him.
Yeah.
That
So
was good.
I told her immediately to send me all of his information, like license plate, name, whatever.
And I did.
And I was like, I will find him. If I will know where the last place you have been. Like.
Yeah, no. And that was awesome. Like, thank you. And then like I definitely took care of that. But, don't do that to girls or anybody, any person.
No, it's terrible.
Like,
but
if they're alone especially, like, come on.
I did enjoy making up an entirely fake conversation with you that lasted a good 5 or 10 minutes.
It was great. We were rolling. And I had you on speaker.
Perfect. Oh, that's good. That's good. Hell yeah.
Shut him up.
Yeah.
But and then I came home the other day from the airport and I had another Uber and the guy's like end line was, "I'm really gonna miss you." I was like, "What? Are we on Dumb and Dumber? Like, how about a hug?" And then he said,
I'm gonna miss you?
Yeah, and then he said, "I have a joint." He was like, "I'm going to take a break."
It's not laced with anything nefarious.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm going to take my little break. I'm going to clock out. You want to
You want to fuck?
Basically. And I was just like, all good.
Because I'm going to miss you, bro, woman. Ugh.
Like, I don't even know you, dude.
What do people think?
I don't know.
I think the problem is that they don't. They have some God complex or something. Like, please, for the love of God, do not do this to people. Like, if there is an instance, if you shoot your shot, cool, shoot your shot. But pick up a fucking single? Don't pick up a signal unless they're into it. You know what I mean? Because, listen, I'm really bad at reading people how they feel about me, right? I don't understand a lot of social stuff. You guys will remember that from last week's episode with Kay. We discovered a lot.
We love you, Kay.
We love Kay. And I can even tell when someone is uncomfortable. Okay? So figure it out. Sense it. Don't be that person. It's not good. It's a bad look. It's you're just gonna end up doing something that you probably regret, or you're just making an ass of yourself for no reason, and you're making someone else uncomfortable. It's not,
You're going to push everyone away.
Yeah. It's like, it's going to do more harm than good, too, for you. Because you get the reputations and you get those, 1-star ratings on Uber and you get reported. So, you know.
It's really kind of crazy to know that people like are out there just targeting people just cause.
Yeah.
Just cause. No reason. Speaking of sexual harassment, talk about your dick plant.
I wanted to introduce you all to my new pet. This is Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
Jeremy looks like a bunch of little penises.
Which is amazing.
The little penises of Jeremy's are tubes. And they catch little like gnats and flies and bugs and stuff. So he's a carnivorous penis plant.
That is so cool.
So everyone love Jeremy.
Oh, and look at all the little ones too that are growing. So it's like,
and then once they do die, you just cut them off and new ones sprout, and they just keep eating bugs.
And that is sick. I love it. I'm gonna go get one.
You should.
It just looks like a bunch of dicks.
What will you name yours?
Margaret.
Oh, Margaret. Margaret the dick plant. Sounds like a grandma name. Margaret. What kind of old person do you think you're gonna be?
Probably like that real kooky one that's just like, the way we act now, but old.
Yeah. I wonder how old I'm gonna get to.
100. 100.
That's crazy.
I mean, my grandma's 94, and she just keeps saying she's 6 away from 100, and she's like super proud. And I'm like, judging off of how like spunky she is,
Yeah,
it's totally possible.
that's totally possible. I don't think that I will.
Yes, you will.
I don't think so. No, people keep like not die young in my family, but like three of my grandparents. Wait. 3.
3 of mine.
Oh, right. 1 is just dead to me inside. 2 of them are dead.
Yeah.
So
I have 3 dead.
Oh, man. I was like doing a cam stream the other night, and like someone brought up like how 2021 was like a rough year, despite it being the year after COVID or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were talking about losing a family member. And I was like thinking how 2021, I was like quitting drinking. Like that was when I really committed to it and all that. And then I like tuned out the fact that like my grandpa died, and I had like just all this depression and shit too, and that's kind of why I got into therapy, I think. And I just kind of like tuned that part out, and I was like, oh fuck. And then I got sad and I almost started crying on campus, like, I don't want to talk about that.
You're all punching yourself. Stop it. Stop the feels. That's me usually too. Yep. Just snap out of it.
Yeah. Fuck. It was wild because if you think like 2020 was when all that started, and we're halfway through 2023.
2020, but it was when? Like the end of 2020? The beginning. It was March or so?
March of 2020.
So crazy. 3 years ago.
That's wild.
That's freaking wild.
Because the podcast didn't even start until 2021.
Dude.
Ugh. Where does the time
And
go?
we're like already halfway through with the year. Like we're already like in June almost. So pretty soon it's going to be holidays.
Happy holidays. I think I might be in Australia for happy holidays.
Is it summer during that time? So you finally get some warm weather?
Hopefully. I think maybe I'm just like cursed because every time I go, like, it's going to be nice weather. And then like the last time that I left Australia, like the day my flight left, my man is like, it's like super warm and sunny here now. It's like, oh, cool. That's great. So hot.
Oh,
it's
nice.
okay. I don't even like summer. It's not my favorite time of the year.
I know. It's finally that it's been warm. It's been so nice, dude. I'm like,
it's so good.
I love it. I love it so much.
And it's great because it hasn't like I feel like usually around this time of year it's already almost unbearable.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot cooler this year. So it's feeling nice.
We'll take it. And I just got back from California. So like,
how was it there?
Cold as fuck.
Really? How cold?
Like we're talking 50s, 60s, and like 40s in the night. So like when I was texting my mom, I was like, I'm packing, a dress, and I was going to graduation, so I was like, I gotta look nice. And
you did. You look snatched.
Thank you. I didn't bring a jacket. It was like a sleeveless dress. So like, it's like cloudy out. It was like 60 degrees. I was like, dude, I did not pack.
It's almost like California is terrible.
It is. I mean, I don't miss the traffic.
No.
I'm sorry for everyone who lives there. Like that's crazy. And I lived there about 9 years ago. So in the last 9 years, traffic has gotten significantly like way worse. I'm like, how did it get worse? It was already bad.
Living in California does it just feel like a lifetime ago to you? Because I think back to the times I lived in California, and it feels just like
forever ago.
So
and I'm happy because I don't miss it. Like I love it here.
No.
I love it here.
I had a house fire in California.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, California is usually always on fire.
I mean, it wasn't just from fire. It was from my landlord being a slumlord and being like, yes, you can use the fireplace. We use it all the time, but not telling me that it hadn't been inspected in like a decade and it set the house on fire. So
what?
Fun.
What?
Yeah. I haven't told you this. There was a house fire.
What? The whole thing went up?
Not the entire thing. So,
but it burned around.
So it was this thing, right? Like it was, I guess, like her family's house, and then she inherited it, but like didn't keep it up at all. But it was California, so the rent was expensive, but it was a cool house. It was like this Eichler style house. Like it had all the windows along the back, so you could see the whole yard.
Oh,
and it was really cool. Even though it was kind of like. It was kind of beautiful in its shambles. Do you know what I mean? Because it was like really old style and hadn't been updated at all. Which should have been my first clue that I probably shouldn't have used the fireplace. But to be fair, I asked before I used it because it was like one of those off days in California where it was just like, ooh, it's a little chilly. It'd be nice to have a fire.
Yeah.
So I texted her. I'm like, hey, is the fireplace usable? She's like, yeah, go for it. So it was like watching.
You even asked.
It was watching TV or playing a game or something. Have this fire going and the TV flickered off and I was like, that's weird. The fuck? So I go out, I like check the breakers, check all the plugs, like nothing's whatever. One of the breakers flipped. No, it didn't flip. And that's why I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. It must be something with the wiring in the house. So I'm texting her about the wiring and she's like, okay, I'll get someone out there shortly. I'll see who I can find. And as I'm sitting back down, like, I kind of am just engaged in this conversation, right? And then I notice and hear these sounds, and you can look along like the ceiling of where all this was, and it was like one of these, and you can see orange glow in the crack between the wall and the ceiling.
Oh,
so something was wrong inside the chimney and like the piping for it or whatever, and it ended up lighting like the insulation in the wall on fire.
Oh.
So, luckily, within like that last week or something, it gotten a hose that was like 100 feet long or something, and I had it hooked up already to the water because I'd been doing stuff. So I'm running outside. There's like a ladder out there. I'm grabbing a hose, trying to spray shit down, and it was like so terrifying, so insane. I'm just like all adrenaline, just like, oh, I must put out the fire that I can't fucking put out with the garden hose. And so I'm also like. Can't remember, it would have been either me or Max like on the phone with like the fire department, like send somebody, and it was an unincorporated place, which means it's not a town, it's not a city, it's an unincorporated place. So two or three different fire departments were fighting over who should have to go to it.
Unincorporated place? What is it? Where was this?
It means there's no, it's like some area out like near the Napa area. And it's just this little tiny area. And there was like this debate about which team was going to go out. It's like, it doesn't matter. Just send both. Like, what the fuck?
Send all three.
So I'm up there on a ladder spraying. What the fuck? And there was this gate on the side of the house that I had the ladder on. It had been locked and like stuck shut the entire time that we had lived there. There wasn't a key for it or anything. So there was no way to get through that. So I'm thinking, how are they even going to get through? My neighbor that I had never met before, like, runs up the driveway out of nowhere, just looking like a fucking superhero. He's fucking ripped his shit. I was like, who the fuck is this person? I shit you not. And he comes up to the gate. He's like, I'm a volunteer firefighter. And he rips off the wooden gate from its hinges. Discards it, and it's like, I'll take over here, and he's doing this, and he's like, everyone's on their way. So then I'm going in, and fire teams are showing, I'm like, what just happened? And I help like one of these other firefighters like carry, like, because there was that big TV along the wall, and they're like, let's try to get this out of here. So we're moving stuff as they're taking care of it over there. It was terrifying. It took forever, but I was like, how the fuck do I have this like giant super firefighter man that I've never met before just like come out of nowhere as soon as there's a fire? Like, how do you know? the fire wasn't that big yet. I was like, how do you know there's a fire? He's like, my fire senses are tingling.
He's just always looking outside.
Oh my God.
Today's the day.
Today's the day I'm needed.
He rips his shirt off.
Yeah. He's like,
runs up the driveway, oiled up.
Yeah. He's pouring on the oil as he runs. Oh,
I just picture like, yeah.
So anyway, that's why I have a firefighter kink now. I don't know what it is. Let me tell you, I thought about that firefighter for a while. And the weird thing was, I never saw him again.
He just never came out.
Lived there for like another 6 to 8 months. Never saw him again.
You like purposely put a fire so that he runs over? Like you purposely
Maybe
put the house
he never existed. Maybe that was me. Maybe I just like had an out of body experience and I was the super firefighter. No, I wasn't working out at the time. I definitely couldn't have done that. He was real. I just don't know where he went.
Wow.
Maybe he died in a fire. Oh no.
Well, if he's a firefighter, he better be able to fight fire.
He looked like he could fight anything.
So then he's fine.
He's fine.
Shout out. Shout out if you're watching.
So that was a story that happened to me.
That is wild. I don't even have any like crazy fire stories like that. That's wild.
You want to know the more wild thing is that it like didn't get fixed the rest of the time that we lived there.
In that with that damage?
Yeah, it was weird. Like, and it would be always that like unannounced arrivals of like, now someone's coming to do measurements, and like out of nowhere. This is a landlord who used to like walk in on me naked. I know I've talked about this before. Never announcing anything. It was a really bad situation. So anyway, like part of this whole side of the house was ripped up. Like all the carpeting was ripped up because it was damaged. It was whatever. And it was just terrible and burned and smelled and like whatever. And the work that they did like took forever to even start. Then that took forever and it was just all over the place. And we never got discounted rent. Never had like the offer of like, oh, for now you can like go stay in this hotel or prorated or something. Like nothing.
They were like living it.
So we're just like living in it, and it just like never really got fixed. And then one of like the bedrooms ended up being turned into an office, and the entire wall was just glass. So it was like you couldn't even use that as a bedroom because everyone could just see in. Like it didn't make sense. You know, it was just a weird situation. And then after moved out, tried to like threaten me into giving her more money. It was a very weird situation. I don't miss California.
That sounds all sorts of fucked. Like that sounds all sorts of fucked. Like horrible.
Yeah, it was weird.
Horrible. No.
You don't have any weird landlord stories? No house fires?
No house fires. I mean, shit. Not really. I only lived in Orange County. Like we had apartments because everything was so expensive.
Yeah.
You know, like once I moved out, like,
Yeah.
and I, was on my own, but nothing like that crazy. That's when we moved to our last house, the one in that little mid-century modern house.
Yeah.
That house, like when we moved in, had no heat. And it was like in the middle of like the holiday season, so it was freezing.
Ooh, when it's actually cold in
But
Vegas,
and like I remember it took like a long time for them to get that working too, which is like technically illegal. Like you're supposed to have like heat. You're supposed to have like the basics.
You would think
before you move in, but like no, nothing.
But then
like,
one of the problems too is if you ever do like try to fight it, it ends up taking like just as long to fight it, and then more stress and more headache.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Like, just fix it. That's it. That's it. But yeah, nothing as intense as that, dude.
Yeah.
That fire. Damn.
Do you remember how I've told you like there's so many times I should have died?
Yeah.
There
really is.
There's so many weird things like this that I just pull out that people are like, really? I'm like, no, actually. If you guys have watched me back in the, old MFC days, you remember this happening. It was just so long ago now that it feels like a totally different, like I was a child basically. I mean, I wasn't, but it was like, early 20s. Like it wasn't a lot anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But back to the sexual harassment.
Oh, fuck yeah, sorry. Fucking tangents out here.
Damn. I mean, I love this video that you found. How did you even discover this? Did you just Google sexual harassment video?
No, so there was
It's so good.
There was like one part, that one little clip about like, word around the office is you've got a big cock. And that was the only clip that I had ever seen of that. And my man sent it to me today and I was dying. And he's like, have you seen the full video? And I was like, no. So I watched up until the cock point and I was like, I need to save the rest of this for Laura.
So good.
And we need to enjoy the rest together. And I'm so glad that we did. I'm so glad I didn't watch it without you.
Oh my God. If you guys
I have my man to thank for that.
Yeah, we're going to have to, are you going to put this in the episode or are we going to send a link into the bio?
I don't think that we can. I'll give David a link because I don't think that we can put the video in. Maybe we can. I'll let David decide, but he can maybe do some screenshots of like the.
If not, we're hooking you up with the link. You guys have to watch.
Yeah,
this.
maybe we'll put the link in the description because it's really
so good.
It's so funny.
It made us chuckle.
Oh, it made me very haha. I love it.
It's the faces for me.
Yeah. Like, listen, I've been sexually harassed, but never like any of those scenarios.
Those take the cake.
Yeah.
Those take the cake. I mean, the Uber person saying I'm going to miss you was a little intense, but
it's a little stalkerish. It's like, how can you?
I don't know you, dude.
Yeah. We've spent like 5 minutes together. Like, I will not remember you.
And
except now I will because you creeped me out.
Yeah, and his was making him take the streets too, now that I thought about it. It was like, what's going on? If anyone
Do you need
works
a new Uber account?
If anybody works for Uber or Lyft, does it tell you to take the streets? Let us know.
Call in 702-900-6446.
Because I was like, I think you should just get on the freeway to him, and he was like, "Oh, well, if you know the way, we'll do that." And then I got
you're like, yeah, I know the way because you're going to where I live.
Yeah, and I literally got an email the next morning. It's like a safety check-in from that ride. It was like, we noticed your ride took longer than expected.
Did you report it?
I didn't even reply to the email, but I was like, what the hell?
You should. You'd be like, listen, I think I deserve to be compensated for like 2 creepy Uber rides in a row. Y'all should be concerned about this.
I'm done with y'all.
That's really. Are you using Lyft or Uber?
Lyft.
Use Uber. Switch. Make the switch. You don't need that. That's terrible. Get off Lyft. It's not okay. Lyft is for harassment. All right. Lyft drivers apparently haven't watched this video.
It's Lyft.
They're like, hey, you want a massage? You want to come up front and massage my dick? I mean, I'll massage you. I'll miss you if you touch my dick. You want to touch my cock? That is Lyft drivers, apparently. So
it stands for lift your skirt.
Lift this joke.
Lift this dick with your mouth.
Bitch. Go. You need to switch to Uber, please.
I'm going to.
I'll send you Uber credit. Like, I
will switch. I'll make the switch. Sorry, Lyft, you lost me. You lost me. 1 was bad, 2's worse. Shame on me.
Fool me once.
Shame on me. Shame on you.
Fool me once for shame. Was that George Bush clip? And I believe we can all make friends with fish. We can coexist together. Peacefully.
Peacefully. Oh gosh, I'm crying. Thank you, Liquid Ivy. I missed you too.
Thank you, Liquid Ivy, for supplying the much needed hydration we need to cry laughing. Go to liquidiv.com and use code TWND to save 15% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase because it will help fuel your tears. Whether it's sadness or laughter, you can rest assured that tears will come if you drink Liquid IV because that's just life. We all cry sometimes. Don't pretend that you don't.
Stay lubricated.
Stay lubricated with Liquid IV.
Use code TWND
to save 15% and get
15%
free shipping. If y'all don't buy some Liquid IV.
Oh my gosh. So do we have any, like, I'm excited for the 100th episode. Are people still calling in? Like, are people sharing? We want to know, like, what some of your favorite moments are. We know what some of our favorite moments are. We're starting to, like, kind of go through and check everything out.
Maybe I'll just throw the keyboard.
Do
That'd
it.
Be cool.
You won't do it. You won't.
For you guys listening, I
Yay!
just
Awesome.
threw
Yeah,
the- I
people,
threw-
please call us 702-900.
What did I do? Oh,
6446.
fuck! Did I actually break it? Oh dear.
I dared you.
Oh,
I'll buy you a
I
new
did.
one.
I got it.
Okay. I dared you.
I'll unmute this and see if we got any. Oh,
Yeah, we love hearing from you guys. Let us know.
going to refresh.
I love how it says, "Hey, mom."
Yeah, I know.
Hey, mom.
Do we play this?
No,
No, it's Thursday.
No,
You were gone.
I wasn't here.
Hi, Molly. Hi, Laura. How's it going today?
Good.
So I dropped you a quick voicemail because, again, I've been a listener practically since day one on your podcast. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the conversations. It's been a great experience to watch how you've evolved the podcast over the time, from, kind of basic all the way to really, really good-looking sets and how the conversations have gotten better. You asked what my favorite episodes have been. Probably the ones where you went to Bali. Those were really fun. It makes me want to go there now.
Oh,
You must go. You must go.
It was so awesome.
It was amazing. Those are some of my favorite episodes. Like, we had so much fun. We should pull
And
some
it
clips
was
from
beautiful.
Bali.
Yes, we have to.
We have to.
And some photos.
Yeah, the float tank.
Yeah.
We'll take y'all through the float tank again for those who may have missed the float tank.
God.
My favorite guest, probably Alex Cole. I love watching her.
Alex
both her
is
and
sick.
Danny.
Hell yeah.
They both you seem to interact so well with them. So again, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And, keep up the great work and hope there's much more years to go. All right. Thanks again and enjoy the day. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I don't
We
think
don't
you
have
left
a
your
name,
name,
but
but thank you. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you for all the love.
I hope you like hearing your voice. As someone who always loves new technology, one question that I have is, why can't tech be cute? But then I discovered kawaii lighting, and I realized that it actually can be, and it is, at kawaiilighting.com. These aren't basic ring lights. They stand out. So whether you're looking for RGB to make a statement or want to do something extra cute, like with their cat, heart, or star-shaped lights, kawaiilighting.com has you covered. Get one for yourself. Get one for the cute streamer in your life. Whoever you get one for, use code TWND at checkout or click the affiliate link in the description to let them know I sent you.
That was so sweet.
Continuing. Wait, these are two voicemails. I don't know if have we played this before?
Hello, Molly. It is Mark. I have heard it said that life begins at 30. I really don't believe that. I have found for me, life really has begun at 75. Yes. Last year, right around my 75th birthday, my life really began. I began to understand why I was where I was and how I got there. I began to learn things I should have learned back
It's very
choppy.
It's very choppy.
when I was 30. I began to learn about my body and not feel embarrassed when I found it pleasurable to explore my asshole.
All right.
I had heard young women talk about how men were the lucky ones because they had a so-called G-spot in their butt.
We
Now,
heard about
I-
this.
We heard
about the second sphincter, right?
It's the
Past
second sphincter.
Where you
that's
can-
the G spot,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the one that you can pinch to stop an orgasm.
Yep, you
Is
can
that the one?
control.
Andrew, you have to call in. We need
Yes.
we need clarification.
remember back in my 20s, we used to talk about the G-spot.
I just noticed that. So I'm sorry, Mark. The connection seemed to be really bad when you were calling, but I just noticed that I'm leaning forward and pushing the headphones into my
Like
ears.
it's a phone?
Like I can hear it. No,
Clear?
Like if I just lean in, I'll be
Yeah.
able to hear.
Let me just adjust myself. To see.
That's not how life works. All right, let's try to continue. I'm sorry it's so choppy.
See, I don't remember ever having found one. but I thought I would know, as it was supposed to drive women absolutely wild and crazy. And I don't ever remember having anyone ever doing anything at my hand. Anyway, back to the male G-spot located in our assholes. I wanted to find mine as I wanted to go wild and crazy once in my life.
Fuck yeah.
I was
doing stuff
Exploring.
in your butt for the first time at 75.
That's
is
awesome.
wild and crazy. And we support it.
We love
support
that.
your adventures. Because honestly, if not then, when?
Wholeheartedly.
If not then, when? Thank you for sharing.
sitting in my hot shower, just relaxing and hanging out, and it came to me, I should explore my butt.
It's a good
see
place.
If I did.
If you've never explored your butt, listen to Mark. This is a great place to have the first time you explore your butt be the shower, because you are warm, your body is relaxed, you've already cleaned the area.
Yep.
You
You're
know?
romancing it.
You
now.
can romance it. You can anyway.
Have a G-spot. I lathered up real good on my hands and my butt crack, and I figured I should be able to find it, as guys only have one hole down there.
It's the only one?
Sure enough, it wasn't long before my finger found the place. I made little circles around and round my asshole.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of felt
Romancing.
good, but it was a far cry from wild and crazy.
Mm-hmm. You have to add that.
Slowly, I pressed a little harder,
Mm-hmm.
and with no real effort, I was into the first bend in my finger. It wasn't unpleasant at all, so I pushed a little further, right up to my first knuckle. Then I pushed all the way in, right up to where my finger joined my hand.
Nice.
Then,
I think there's more.
There's the next. Thank you, Mark.
You know, Mark is a storyteller.
I love it.
His Manscaped submission, which he won, which will be sent out very shortly. Sent you an email, Mark. I really enjoy your voicemails.
They're
I really
amazing.
do. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being so open. And thank you for being wild and crazy. Because I am here for it.
We support it.
All right, we need to find out what happens next, because he is up to...
this is Mark. Continuing on, get a good editor in there.
Quick word from sponsor. Did you know that we're sponsored by Manscaped, the best at below-the-belt grooming?
What?
That's
No
right.
way.
When you use code TWND and go to manscaped.com, you can save 20% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase. And what I would highly recommend while we go into the spring cleaning of things, most importantly, those things, you know the things attached to the penises that you guys have been sending me pictures of. The Performance Package 4.0 from our friends at Manscaped. Because honestly,
that's beautiful.
When you pull down a guy's pants and it's musty, dusty, and crusty, it does not put you in a sucking mood. You know what I mean? And I definitely don't want to put that inside of my hoo-ha. That thing is sensitive. So make sure that you have a fantastic presentation. You can do that by going to manscaped.com and using code TWND to save 20% and get free shipping on anything. But highly recommend the 4.0 package. So what you will have in here is the Weed Whacker nose, ear, hair trimmer. That's kind of funny to say. The nose and ear hair trimmer. You know the one. It's really good. I demonstrated this on a previous episode. You just shove it right up in there and you just give a little buzz, and it's really nice and it clears that all out.
So glad you didn't do it now.
I didn't want to do it now.
Smart move.
Yeah. So if you have nose rings, maybe you want to take those out. I don't know. You also find the Performance Boxer briefs, which are very nice and soft. This is actually a box we'll be giving away. So if you want to call 702-900-6446 and tell us all about your little ball situation going on below, you might win one of these if you can entertain us enough and if we think that you truly deserve it. So moving on, we also have the Lawnmower 4.0, which is amazing. Super easy. Has an LED spotlight. It has advanced skin-safe technology to make sure that you don't nick all your little nuts down there, because nobody wants nick nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Nick your knickers.
You also have right here the Crop Reviver Ball Toner, which is very nice, and we tested that, and it smells amazingly fresh. I like to use this on my man. We also have the Crop Preserver that I can't get out. It's a ball deodorant. It's a cream. We also discovered that. I thought this was a powder. I was sorely mistaken. I don't have balls, so I've not used this on myself, and my man didn't tell me that it was cream. So it is cream. It's very nice. It smells good, and it's light and fresh. Very masculine.
It must dry to a powdery finish, though.
Yeah, it does.
It does like
it
dry
did on the
nice,
kiwis when we tested it on the
That's
kiwis.
dope.
Inside this, you will also find the Shed travel bag, which is very nice. It's leather, and it's very, very beautiful. I like it. You also have some accessories down here, and everything you need to know about your performance package will be right here underneath all of your fun little goodies.
That's an awesome gift.
This is an amazing gift for yourself or for the man in your life. And apparently also the Lawnmower 4.0 is safe enough to use on lady bits as well. So if you're ever in a pinch, nice to have that to offer as a backup. So go to manscaped.com, use code TWND to save 20% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase. Help support the show. Thank you, Manscaped, for sponsoring.
Yes,
and thank you all for trying and supporting Manscaped as well, because we really love Manscaped.
We
so
sure do.
once again, code TWND to save 20% and free shipping at manscaped.com.
Then I pushed all the way in, right up to where my finger joined my hand. Then, slowly at first, it really started to build. I moved my finger in and out, and it came to a crescendo. The burning was intense. I didn't know about the G-spot, but I do know. Don't ever use bar soap as a lubricant on your asshole. It burns like a mother. Soap isn't.
I didn't realize that you were putting soap inside there. Oh, you should have asked me, Mark. I could have told you. At first I was confused because I was like, why is it burning?
I know.
And then the soap. Oh.
We are so sorry.
We are very sorry, Mark. Only lube or spit. Lube, especially if it's the you don't want. Oh, okay. So for anyone out there who has not done butt stuff, do not use soap as lube. Don't use it for your pussy either. You shouldn't have soap inside your pussy.
It should never be internal.
No, it's not meant for the insides. It's
Only
meant for the outsides. It's up to you to keep what's on the insides clean. Soap isn't going to do that. So
and keep it in there.
All right. Oof.
No. Anal lube is a yes. I promise to keep looking for the male G-spot. I have heard so much about it.
Don't give up.
It is good to share my adventures and self-exploration with you.
We're glad that
we will talk again soon. Peace and love to all. Mark.
Thank you,
Mac.
So much, Mac, for sharing that with us. We're glad that you feel open to share with us, and we wish that more of you would feel open to share things with us. On last week's episode, you'll recall that I asked for you to share your spicy secrets with us, a dirty secret. You can be anonymous, all of that. 702-900-6446. Not everybody is like Mac, who likes to just be out there with it, which I highly applaud. But I also applaud those people who like to keep a little anonymity. Ooh, I got that one out. I wasn't sure if I was going to.
Yeah, that was
planning it on the way out.
I'm impressed.
So, call in, share your dirty secrets, because we love to hear it. Even if it's just something that you've done, even if it's not sexual, just something you want to get off your chest, and we will like to hear and comment.
No judgment zone here.
This is a no judgment zone. Bring us your dirty secrets, your kinks, your, terrible, love interactions, your bad ex stories. We have such a good, I wish I could share it with you now, Olivia's voicemail, but we have to wait for the boat.
Yes.
It deserves a boat to be
It deserves
heard.
the 100th episode.
It
And thank
does.
you all for always, being there, listening, sharing with your friends. We love that.
It's so good. And it was fun because we went to the dispensary the other day.
Dude, how cool are they?
You want to say that? Because you initiated that, Miss Giving Out Podcast Stickers.
Well, that's what we do, girl. We spread the love. We spread the word. We always love our female listeners as well. Like, we love, that our ratio is kind of like almost evened out. Like,
you weren't here because of the sexual harassment. But I was telling Kay that we do have, I've been seeing a few more commentators, like people who are leaving comments that are women.
Yes, we love that.
I know that our female listenership stats have gone up a bit. And so I feel like that's really cool because it gives kind of men an insight on women. But we're girls. We talk about girl things. Fucking girls should listen because it's fun and maybe you'll find something to relate to or to share with us that we don't know. Kay and I asked for suggestions last episode on how to interact with people. So if you have any of those
publicly,
tips, send them our way, 702-900-6446.
Please.
So please also, if you could, if you want to support the show, check out all of our sponsors down below in the description. We have Manscaped, we have Liquid IV, we have Kauai Lighting, codes TWND for everything. So we would appreciate your support. It helps us pay David. It helps keep the show going. Yes. And I want to take it way past 2 years. We have big plans. We have many things on the horizon. So much
going on. But shout out to Zenleaf. They always are really cool with us. They love the podcast.
Thank you, Zenleaf.
They hook us up. Yeah. Thank you.
But it was fun because I didn't know who you had given the sticker to, and you were telling me that before we went in. And then I was checking out, and this girl was so chill, and she was like, "Oh, and I follow you on Instagram."
Which I wish I knew. What? I wish I knew her name. I'm gonna have to ask next time I'm in there because I even went to the podcast followers list, and I couldn't find her. So wherever you are, we love you. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's to hear the feedback outside, in the real world feels weird because it feels like this small little insulated space.
Yeah, I mean, it's just where we go to pick up our weed.
Yeah, but it's cool. So thank y'all. Thank you for listening because it was really cool. Glad to know that more and more people are listening. And if you are watching on YouTube, please consider watching on Spotify because we have full video episodes on Spotify, and Spotify gives us ad revenue, which YouTube always wants to take away from us. Yeah. But if you are watching on YouTube, please leave a comment to help the algorithm. Leave us a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you're watching anywhere else, please leave us on Spotify. You can leave comments as well. We have Q&As on every one of our episodes. Leave us a rating anywhere that you listen, especially on Apple Podcasts. And just share the pod. Love the pod.
Love the pod.
Worship the pod because we all love you. Thank you for allowing us to bring you these episodes every week.
Yes.
I'm so looking forward to the 100th episode.
Me
and
too.
Being on the boat and all the fun adventures that we have planned. We have some ideas. This is what's funny is we're almost at an hour, right? And I have notes in my phone for things to bring up on the podcast that now we can just bring up next time because we just got off on tangents.
Sexual harassment.
That took the first 30 minutes.
I love it.
Like it does every episode, but you guys love it, I think. I hope. So
you do.
So just leave all the love and we will see you Monday. Come.